Winter's here, the snow is falling on our car as we drive for miles to that little town called home. Tinsel hangs from every corner of the house and Christmas lights.
You hold your dress to your shoulder level and smile looking in the mirror. Your husband was smiling while looking at you. He wanted to talk to you about so many things, want to tell you about his feelings, and want to hold you in his arms, but he always controlled himself. Jungkook, he snapped out of his thought when you called him in a soft voice. He looked at you, hiding his smile behind his cold face. What happened? Just a simple word, and that to be in a cold voice, but enough for your cheeks to turn red as you looked down smiling, trying to avoid any eye contact with him. How am I looking? He didn't find any need to check you as he already aware of your beauty. Yes, you are looking good. Your cheeks turned red as you quickly turned towards the mirror to hide your face. You saw his reflection in the mirror, but he looked other side. I think I should change now. You grab your dress and towel and run inside the bathroom. He chuckled at your cuteness and shook his head at your innocence. Can you give me shampoo, please? You said, opening the door a little and extending your head from there. He got up and walked towards the closet to take shampoo for you. It's not something new for him. You always forgot at least one thing before going to the bathroom. He gave you the shampoo while you peeked from the small gap and mouthed thank you to him and immediately closed the door, leaving him smiling. I am waiting for you out. No problem, I will be there in 15 minutes. Wait for me until then. You shouted from inside. Jungkook stayed there for some second, hearing the sound of water that may be hitting your body, and walked out of the room, closing the door. This house is so beautiful, but what is more amazing is the cutest couple who lives here. One with an innocent and a little childish mind, even though she is 20-year-old, and other who is cold as ice and hot as fire, still holds a soft spot for his wife, which he didn't even hesitate to show. He is the most wanted mafia in the country and he also worked for Kia, but only a few people knew about his this side. Most of the people, he is one of the dangerous person and a heartless mafia. He saw you for the first time outside your college. Your one smile was enough to take his breath away. His eyes just caught a glimpse of your, and that took his sleep. Whenever he closed his eyes, he only saw you. He couldn't help himself visiting your college daily. Your smile was enough to make him fall in love with you harder every day. But not until he gathered your all information and show up in your house to ask for your hand. Your parents were left with no choice, but the only relief to them is that he promised he will take care of you more than they do. He doesn't even let your parents spend a penny on your marriage. He is the one who took all the responsibility. He learned to get what he wants, but never by force. He learned to win the thing like he is trying to win your heart. And here you, who was too innocent to see his efforts, you never thought of love. The only thing you take care about is freedom. Why are you done? You didn't say anything as your whole focus was on your dress. You were trying to zip your dress, but it got stuck in middle, and that was when you heard another knock. Wait for a minute. You frustratedly pulled the zip upward, but in the end you accept your defeat. You peeked out from the small gap and looked at Jungkook pressing your lips together. What happened? I don't think you even start getting ready. Actually, I'm a bit stuck. Can you please help me? His brows raised as he looked at you confused. You again did something wrong. What is it? You quickly shook your head and looked at him with a sad pout on your lips. I didn't do anything. What it is then? You think for some minute and again looked at him. My dress. I can't able to pull my zip. I think you need to help me. He looked around and gulped nervously. Let me in first. You opened the door, giving him space to come inside. He walked in and nervously looked around. Turn around, let me see. You blink a few times and turn back. It took him a minute to gather himself to help you. He finally took a deep breath and looked at you. You were waiting for him patiently, your long silky hairs falling to your waist. He removed your hair, exposing your bare back to him and making him more nervous. Are you done with? You said even when you know he didn't even look properly at you. Wait for a minute. He held the chain, making sure not to get in contact with your bare skin. It took him ages just to do that simple work. He is a mafia and nothing is impossible for him, but he never knew that there is some work that he can't do properly. Leave it, I will change into something else. You said and were about to turn back when he stopped you, grabbing your shoulder. Stay still, I'm doing it. Your grip on your dress gets tightened, his hands move upward, raising your back. When he is done, he left from there immediately without saying a word and slamming the door behind you. You looked at him confused. I do something wrong? You shrugged your shoulder and looked in the mirror. You smiled and put your hair behind your ears. You both were going out on a dinner date. You were shocked when he asked you to have dinner outside, as he always stayed busy and always ignored you when you asked him to go out. Putting your face in between her palms, you were looking at the couple who were sitting next to your seat. Jungkook's eyes were on you as he knew what might be you thinking. You always want your life to be like this, but never got any chance. First your school life and then now Jungkook. And it's impossible to experience it all with Jungkook because of his cold behavior. He used to say that he marries you only for your hair, but you know it can never be true because if there's a reason for this marriage, then your first night was not that peaceful. His hidden care and respect for you are something that already make you fall in love with him. You like the place? You turned to him with the same smile which made his heart fluttered. You nodded your head. It's so beautiful here. I never saw a fancy restaurant like this. Good to hear that you like the place because there are only a few places you like. It's not like that. I have never been to these kind of luxury places. I'm not used to this type of special treatment, so it will take time to get comfortable in this environment. If you are uncomfortable, then we can continue living like how you used to live. You chuckled and shook your head. I didn't mean that. I was saying, leave it. You said when you didn't find enough words to explain your statement. You both come here for the dinner, but now you change your mind. You want to talk to him like this the whole time because you both never get this peaceful time to spend with each other. But your life always does the opposite of what you want. You sound frustrated when a lady comes to take your order. May I take your order now, sir? Jungkook passes you the menu and signs you to order something. I want ramen, a proper dinner meal for two people. You looked at him with your wide eyes as he ordered the most expensive meal in the restaurant. The lady bowed a little and left from there. It's too expensive, and how are we supposed to eat this much food? You can eat half of the kitchen in one day, but here, this food is too much for you. You parted and looked at him. Are you insulting me on my face? Kind of, but what I said is true, and you can't deny it. He said as he got busy scrolling something in his phone. You rolled your eyes and again looked at those cute couples. Suddenly a voice of something hitting the roof enters in your ears, and a big smile popped on your lips. You looked out the window and it was raining, and that too at the night, making the lightning street look more beautiful. You looked at Jungkook. It's raining, Jungkook. I know, but don't worry, we had our car. You shook your head and grabbed his hand, making him look at you. Let's go out, please. But it's raining. Isn't it beautiful? I love to dance in rain, and guess what? It's season first rain. I want to make a wish too. Yes, you are right. It's season first rain, and if we play with it, then you are going to catch cold. You pouted, looking at him weirdly. What with this pout? Let me go out. I will come after making a wish. I promise I won't stay there for so long. You joined your hands in front of your face and begged him to allow you. He chuckled. Okay, but only for 5 minutes, not more than that. Your face lit up as you nodded and got up quickly. Thank you, you are the best. My parents won't even allow me this much. You hugged him for a second and ran out. It all happened so fast that he can't able to process things properly. And when he comes to sense, he walked beside you. But sir, I bring your order. Where are you both going? The lady said, looking at you both confused and weirdly at the same time. Those cute couples sitting next to your desk also smiled at your cuteness. You rub your nose and wipe the tears from your eyes. Jungkook scoffed. Didn't I tell you not to play in the rain too much? Now look at yourself. But you had to accept that it was fun, isn't it? Jungkook was inside the bathroom while you were standing out leaning on the door wiping your hairs. It was fun, but we had to go through a long cold week. Sometime having a cold also become a beautiful moment. Now we are going to remember this thing throughout our whole life. That one day we danced in the rain while holding hands. That was the season's first rain. Not every couple is this lucky to get this great chance. And after that, we catch a cold which lasts for a month. You heard a chuckle from inside the bathroom, making you smile too. You just chuckle? Wow, I really want to see you smiling eye to eye. It will be great because I guess you had a beautiful smile. You waited for his answer while he went all silent. Suddenly, your phone rang. You answered the call, and after having a little talk with your mother, you cut the call and turned back. But your heart skipped a beat when you saw Jungkook coming from the bathroom only in a towel. A scream filled the whole room, and he got scared too. How can you just come out only in a towel? But you close your eyes and turn back. Go and wear your clothes. How can you be this shameless? You said and run towards the bathroom to take a shower, but because your eyes were closed, you bumped your head into the wall. Ouch, it hurts. Jungkook looked at you worried. He took some step closer to check on you, but you stopped him. No, no, I'm okay. Just go and wear your clothes. You opened the door and closed it on his face. He scoffed. All girls are like this, or I get an exceptional case. Overreacting like she never saw me like this before. She is so weird, more than I thought. Can you please pass me the towel and my clothes? I think I forget them on the bed. He shook his head and took a deep breath. Jungkook was preparing food for you while you were following him like a shadow everywhere. You never saw him cooking, or you don't even know if he knows it or not. That's why you were checking everything he is using. I think you should add a little more salt to it. He looked at you while you put your index finger to your mouth, indicating to him that you are not going to disturb him again. He signed, lifting you by your waist. He made you sit on the counter. Sit silently here and let me do my work properly. You nodded and put your finger on your mouth. He again focused on his cooking. You stay silent for some time, but again your mind raised a question for you. You looked at Jungkook and smiled. If you don't mind, can I ask you a question, Jungkookshi? You can, but I'm going to mind it. You chuckled. Why did you marry me? His hand stopped in the middle and he looked at you. I know you already told me that I'm here to give you a hair, but I don't think you are this kind of man. Even if you are a mafia, but don't know I always see you like any other person. I had no fear because of you. That's why my inner soul says to ask you this question. Is it the real reason to marry me? I had no reason to lie. What I said is what I meant. Then why only me? You can't find anyone matching with your status. And even if it is me, then why you did nothing? He extended the bowl towards you. Drink it and come to sleep. It's already getting late. His eyes met yours for once and he quickly looked down. I'm leaving first, come fast. He said and was about to walk away, but you grabbed his wrist. At least stay here until I finish it. He nodded. You smiled and started blowing the soup while your eyes were on him and he was looking down, all lost in his thoughts. Weeks passed, followed by months, and your relationship with Jungkook start getting stronger and unbreakable. He still behaves coldly to you, but his care for you hide everything behind the smile of yours. You were so happy with him that it's hard to express in words. He is the man who knows when to treat you like a child and when to treat you like a woman. He didn't confess to you until now, but you already start feeling his love for you. And on the other hand, you are waiting for the right time to confess to him. Some relationships are like this too, where you can't explain what the person did to you. It's just they take you to the place where no one can take you. The whole kitchen filled with laughter when you crack a joke that was not funny at all, but the way you laughed made everyone laugh. That's enough. Let's save something for another time. Yeah, you want us to get fired by Master? Why would he fire you? If he had a power to fire you, then I had the power to take you all back. So don't worry, Onni. She smiled and walked towards the fridge. Master might be here any time. You should wait in the living room for us. Oh, come on, he will say nothing. Let me help you all too. You never allowed me to enter the kitchen. You know how boring it is? We know, but Master strictly said not to let you enter the kitchen. You take out a cookie from the jar you were holding and put it in her mouth. You are just like Jungkook, an angry bird. Just drink some water and calm down your heart. And about your master, don't worry about him. I will handle everything. I don't have to scare of him because I broke the rule on the very first day. That time was his last warning to me, and this time too. He grabbed the knife and looked at them. Give me some veggies, I'm going to chop them for you. They said nothing as their eyes were fixed on you and they were looking a little scared. What happened? Why are you standing like you saw a ghost? One of the maids who is around your age signed you to look back, but before you turned back, a hand came from behind and took the knife from your hand. You turned back and saw Jungkook standing closer to you. If you're done cursing me and breaking all the rules, then can we talk for a while? You smiled nervously and nodded. I'm going somewhere. Don't call me because I'm going to be busy with some important meeting and it will take time, so don't wait for me. You nodded and hugged him, making him shocked by your action. Take care and be safe. You too, he said and left from there, kissing your forehead. You walked downstairs as you were getting bored alone in this mansion. Jungkook didn't came until now, and the maids also finished their work and left from there. There's only you and dozen of bodyguards standing outside the house. Your eyes were on your phone, but as soon as you looked straight, your eyes widened, seeing the view out from the glass window. You put your hand on your mouth as a sudden gasp left your mouth. You got scared when the door opened, but two of Jungkook's bodyguards ran to you. Ma'am, let's go from here. It's not a safe place. Our enemy finds this place. But Jungkook and other people, are not you going to save them? Your protection is our first duty, and you don't have to worry about us. We will handle it all. Just come with us and stay safe. He grabbed your hand and decided to run from the back gate, but your feet stopped and your eyes widened when the door opened, revealing two men in a black coat wearing a mask. They start walking towards you while the bodyguard hides you behind him and start taking step back. But where the hell is she now? I'm not going to leave you all if something happened to her. What's the condition in the mansion? The voice from the other side of the phone was shaking, but what he said made Jungkook angry as the fear of losing you raised in his heart. His hands were shaking and the veins popped out. Do whatever you want to do, but I want her back in the mansion before I come there. I don't care about the mission anymore, just drop it. But she should be safe at any cost. He cut the call and ran out towards his car. You walk down the stairs while trying to call Jungkook, but he is not picking up his call. His bodyguard take you to his another mansion. A sudden fight started there, but you were still worried about Jungkook. Suddenly the door opened, making scared Jungkook walked inside the mansion. A smile popped on your lips, finding him all okay. He didn't even wasted a second and hugged you tightly. You were shocked by his behavior. Jungkook, he broke the hug and looked at you, cupping your face. For the first time, you saw tears in his eyes. You okay? Did something happen to you? I'm okay, Jungkook. What happened? Why are you crying? I got scared. I thought I lost you before I even got you properly. You looked at him confused. What do you mean, getting you properly? He looked at you and without thinking twice, he pressed his lips to yours. You got shocked by his action. He broke the kiss and cupped your face. Attaching your foreheads, he took a deep breath. I love you, Vayan. I didn't take you for any hair and stuff. I married because I fall in love with you. You become like a drug to me from the very first day. I love you so much, Vayan. I love you too, you said in a soft voice but enough for his heart to skip a beat. He looked at you while you smiled and cupped his left cheek. I love you so much from the very first day, and I also know that you love me too. This is the best confession in history. I never knew that living with a mafia can make your life this adventurous. He again hugged you and lifted you a little. Thank you so much. You are special to me and always love you like this. You smiled and wrapped your arm around his waist. You opened your eyes, and the first thing you notice is the person who is now your everything. You smile looking at his charms. You never thought a mafia can be this cute while sleeping. You trace his brows with your index finger, then his nose and lips. Your hand moved down to his bare chest, and your hand stopped near his heart. Your eyes widen when you feel his crazy heart beating inside his body. You gulp and quickly take your hand back, but he grabs your wrist and places it back on his heart. He slowly opened his eyes and smiled at you. Your face turned red when your eyes meet his flittery eyes. You can feel it, don't you? You nodded as your heart is racing inside your chest. It's because of you. Every time I saw you and my heart started beating. I thought it will get normal over time, but guess what? It is even feels so special now. That's what we call love. Nothing gets normal over time. It always becomes special. He smiled. You fixed his hair from his forehead to get a clear view of his whole face and smiled. Jungkookshi, can I ask you something? When we finally decided to become each other halves, then you have the whole right to know about me. Jungkookshi, if you love me from the start, then why do you behave coldly to me? He stayed silent for some seconds and then spoke. I didn't mean to. I thought of something else. I planned to confess to you on the very first day of our marriage, but things won't go as I planned. You were looking scared and worried at the same time. But I don't want that. You looked at him into his eyes. Yeah, but that was because I thought you were a bad person. I saw you on news so many times, and also my friend used to talk about you. But when I meet you, it turned out to be something different, something beautiful. But you don't have to keep your distance from me when you are nice to me. He smiled and kissed your forehead. I know, but I also don't want to make you uncomfortable. I wanted to make you feel my love. If that's the reason, then you should be nice to me. Why do you behave cold? He scratched the back of his neck and sighed. To make you comfortable, I had to control my feelings. But whenever I saw you, my heart go crazy in your love. And you also have to finish college, so thought to be cool towards you. You smile shyly looking down as you understand what he means by completing your studies. But still, I really want to know how a mafia act when he fall in love. He chuckled hearing your words in a soft voice. Think about it, you will beg me to stop. That's what I want. You still don't know me, Jungkook. He laughed and hugged you tightly, but you put your hand on his chest and keep distance between you two. Don't you think you are getting too clingy today? That's what we call to love, my dear. Oh God, stay away from me. I want my husband back. Who are you, clingy man? You said, scrunching your nose dramatically. Let me show you how actually a clingy man behaved. He got up and started to tickle you. You laughed while begging him to stop, but he didn't. I'm sorry. He stopped and hugged you as you take a long breath to calm your raised heartbeat. From now, dimples to wrinkles, I'm going to be with you forever and love you the same, even get older.